Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until this point in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was... there. The security... this is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there? Hold on. Okay, but why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you bought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, man has got the better of Angel Star. Order! Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure that justice prevails. Guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, does this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh, me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and she said she saw it from B block. Must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? The distance to the crime would change. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. Huh? The guard station is 30 feet. What? What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to indecisible. I was bringing a b.b.g lunch with fresh bonsai berry jam to my boyfriend. Oh, boysenberry, sorry. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. What? That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. It's quite a detour. It's probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. And a spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have evidence to stop this? Raise an objection. Do I have evidence to stop this? No. Objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you liked it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. Waddled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then. Seems that we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant, and a blank in her testimony. Miss Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen had been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Hold it! Who hold it? Ivy! Welcome in! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That was what... That's the one she tried to foist off me. I prefer not to take defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? Oh, Ivy. I can't do camera now. Can I do an IOU on the squats? Cause like my network is very buggy right now for some reason. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no... This is your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. What's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. How many boyfriends do you have, lady? Damn! In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Excuse me. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. I sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Victim's shoe added to the court record. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. We're gonna press on everything. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. There you go. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Comprehend that a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of all vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. Oop. Queen! You demand that Bird's cosplay as Angel Star? No! But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. Or do you mean Angel from Hazbin Hotel? And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe? I was afraid someone else would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, lady. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of a crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found on this one shoe. One was the victim's, of course, and the other blood type matched the defendant, Miss Lotta Sky. So you brought it to the forensic government. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need to approve it. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other type of blood mentioned the defendant, Miss Lotta Sky, Chris. You can't say for sure that the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about the blood test, rookie. Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said that there's very little doubt. It could be anyone but Miss Lotta Sky's. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. And that ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid I was going to say that. Shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Okay, I'm gonna press on everything. You're the fish guts. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe? Problem? Is there a problem with the victim? There is a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one more critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes, you're still young, rookie. I'd give you a prepared fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear it, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is the contradiction about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. And the bottom of the shoe? Yeah, why is there blood at the bottom of the shoe? There. Present that. I wonder if you noticed there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the shoe? Crime photo. I present crime photo. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't it strange? As you can see, there are no traces of any such footprints at the scene of this crime. This contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture shows only part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order. Well, witness... What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but... It's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh. That's true. There has to be the reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I thought. I gave her credit for. We were both hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman, Rower. I thought that was a strange thing that normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask some... Could you all move from the TV? Sorry. You're hiding the dialogue, cat. Ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I'm not sure. I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness. Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. What, water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? You want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Ah, you don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason, and one reason alone. To erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her. Huh? That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Skye's right hand was hurt. She didn't say she cut it herself when she stabbed him. Did she say she cut it herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it. But... no problem at all. Enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. The court finds the defendants, Miss Lana Sky. Hold it! Who said hold it? Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well... I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare me. Scare the cough up, Queen. Look at this. Ooh, muffler. A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help her after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, what or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then I will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim their fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. The muffler?
Take that!
The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why it's important to this case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth is a matter to this case. The word muffler was overheard during the call made to cell phone? Miss Starr, recall your testimony to the court. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is the vital evidence. Oh. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was close. But we made it, at least for now. The court will adjourn for 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. You still hungry? Okay. To be continued. We are going to... Oh, sorry. What up, Mads? Okay, we're gonna save, and we are going to see who is live. Who is live? Who is live? Who is live? Let's have a quick look. Yeah. Let's have a looky-loo. Who is live? I know who I'm raiding. I'm gonna raid Mander. Okay, massive thanks to each and every one of you who came out here today. I appreciate you all so much. Tomorrow we are going to continue with No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Back, No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Against, whatever you want to call it. Tuesday we are going to continue with Rise of the Tomb Raider. Wednesday we are going to continue with Jak 2 Renegade. Thursday we are going to continue with Immortals Phoenix Rising. Shaggy, thank you so much. We are rating out to Amanda Panda. Friday we're going to go random. Saturday we are going to continue with Crash Bandicoot Warped. And we will return next Sunday with Arise from Ashes. Trial of the Former. Once again, massive thanks to each and every one of you who showed up here live today. I appreciate you all so much. Please stick around until the end of the raid. It means so much to me and the person I'm raiding out to. And today I'm raiding out to Amanda, like only the best homie to have in the Hours community. She is like literally mod for everybody. So please do stick around for the raid so we can give her a big ol' raid. I appreciate you all so much for being here. Until next time, I've been Blackbird. This has been Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.